can't be doomed to lose it. It's been a winner.
Doesn't matter who I play, I know I can beat everyone.
He thinks he's number one, and I think I'm number one.
Blink and you will miss it, darts. Adrian Lewis has retained his world title. Michael van Gerwen stands on top of the world of darts. World title number 16 for Phil Taylor. Gary Anderson is still the king. 7 of the best, 8 of the best, 9. Yes, he's done it!
I fear no one.
Nobody will beat me at my face, nobody.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the action, coming to you live on Sky Sports from the great city of Dublin. Welcome to the Betway Premier League Darts, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. The former Premier League champion and the record-breaking, history-making, 16 times the champion of the world. It's Phil the Power Taylor. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending Premier League champion and the two-time back-to-back champion of the world, the Flying Scotsman, Gary Anderson.
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, honky let 'em back up. Try and play a role and you're the whole crew will act up. Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, months, let's up, someone's fucking jump, now I bust 'em in the eye. And then I'll take the punch, I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around. Jump up and get down.
We thought it was loud before. It's just gone up and up and up. It's like being at an AC/DC concert, Rod Harrington.
Well, that was incredible, Dave. I mean, the hairs on the back of our necks were standing on end. I mean, the decibels just went through the roof. I mean, look, everybody was on their phones taking pictures. The two of the best players in the world are on the stage.
Have a listen to this. Gary Anderson, the favourite here, big time.
I mean, all those years that they used to chant Phil Taylor's name, now it is Gary Anderson. Phil Taylor's, well, we say he's on the wane a little bit. I don't think he is, but the one thing about this, he's got to get out of the gate quick. If he doesn't, then we'll see the pressure piled on these new darts. When he's in front like he was against James Wade, it's easy to make them feel comfortable in your hand. But when you're chasing someone like Gary Anderson, that is when, if there is any flaws still there, that is when they're going to come out.
Taylor against Anderson. Following this, Michael Van Gerwen against Adrian Lewis. Nigel Pearson and Wayne Margie commentators.
Thanks very much, Dave. So, it's the 16-time champion of the world, Phil Taylor, that gets us underway in this match, and he's taking on the twice and reigning world champ. This could be absolutely anything. Phil Taylor, we know what he's capable of. He's capable of 92 averages and then 111 averages. Whilst Gary Anderson seems, over the last year, or, well, 2 years actually, a more reliable sort. What Phil Taylor will we see this evening? Let's hope it's the very best one, and Gary Anderson matches him dart for dart and produces one of the best Premier League matches we've seen.
Yeah, that performance against James Wade last week in Newcastle for Phil Taylor with 111.2 average, just marginally below Van Gerwen's against Anderson, 111.88. What a standard of Premier League darts we have. And Phil Taylor off and running nicely here. First 180 of the match goes Taylor's way. He's got 4 in the Premier League so far. This, of course, is only Gary Anderson's second match of the campaign after missing the opening night in Leeds through illness. And he's looking to take out the first leg of the match. Went for the ball, can't take it, but Gary's not on the finish anyway.
Gary's walked into it again, hasn't he? It's only the first leg, I know.
30.
You don't want your opponent to settle. Phil
25.
has settled. 9. Double 8.
And he's to the first leg.
Oh, yes. Very good indeed.
Throw first.
Gary has not lost to Phil Taylor in the Premier League since 2012. So he's used to having success against the power in the PL.
And Phil looking to go on a similar run to the start of last year. Of course, it was a couple of years ago where he had a very shaky start in the Premier League.
140.
But last year, an opening night defeat followed by an unbeaten run of 4 for the power.
100.
And after losing to Van Barneveld 7-2 in Leeds on opening night, bouncing back with that win against Wade last week in Newcastle, and here tonight the clash of 2 world champions
100
here in the fantastic city of Dublin 3 Arena, where the place is packed.
Wasn't happy with that dart, Gary. Just not quite in his A game at the moment. The reigning Premier League champ. It's incredible to think, as Phil looks to hit another 180.
140.
It just gets say, no, just incredible to think that Phil Taylor went 44 matches unbeaten in the Premier League. It's never going to happen again. The standard is too high now.
Phil, you require 121.
So. Now, this would be something special from the greatest of them all. Treble 17 would lead the ball. So Anderson is going to be back to level the match.
57.
With the throw.
52.
52.
40 left. And he gets tops. Yes is the answer. Good dart, that. One leg apiece.
Game on.
Then you see Gary's face. I think there's a bit more relief than anything else.
There was a bit of pressure on Gary their way, with Phil waiting in the wings. He handled it well, hit the tops and levelled it at 1 leg apiece. Many people going for the draw here in this one.
127.
Easy to understand why. Power, of course, who won the Premier League for the first 4 years of the competition, started back in 2005. Has he got another Premier League title in him? Why not? Finished 5th last year, of course, failed to make the playoffs. He was gutted about that. Beat Anderson here tonight. 2 wins out of 3 will be a good foundation to build on.
Yeah, this is Phil Taylor's 12th Premier League. And like you said, Nigel, last year was the first time he didn't make the playoffs. Some record.
140.
They met twice last year. 275 wins for this man.
140.
A remarkable run. 6 Premier League titles, runner-up once as well. So not only has he reached the final of the Premier League, he's won it 6 out of the 7.
100.
Amazing statistics, not to mention the long unbeaten run that you alluded to earlier, Wayne. It really is a remarkable CV in the Premier League for the Power now. Can he take this out? He's hit the first. 12 would leave double 16 for 2-1 and a hold of throw for the Power. No problem.
That is brutal. With Gary Anderson loitering on just 100. That needed to go. That was unlucky.
80.
That was a great finish. But Phil reacted that way, didn't he? He enjoyed that.
Some view, isn't it, of the crowd here. Big-time darts in Dublin. Absolutely packed. Wonderful venue. Just 60. Around the venue as well, walking around the venue earlier. Real terrific atmosphere.
100.
So it's going as many predicted, really. It's going as we expected. Too close to call early on.
60.
Between Taylor and Anderson. 18 World Championships between them. Nice from Gary. That's even better. Can he fill it up? Yes, he can. First time he's done it in the game.
It's a phenomenal 180 hitter.
140. Gary, you require 141.
60. Ah, Gary.
45.
Well, that lets Phil in. A 140 or 180 here would put that 96 under a bit of pressure.
Just thought going lower the first start, he may
60.
have
you
hit the 140,
96.
but he's not even on a finish now. So here we go. Double 18 for Anderson. Two apiece.
Gary Anderson.
Yep. It's going exactly as we thought. One slip, one error, and it could prove costly in a game like this. This is brilliant from the Power.
140.
Well, the finishing's been fantastic. Just the 25 finish from Phil, but it's a 2-dart combination.
82.
Didn't muck around there. Gary Anderson took out 52. Then Phil with a 101. And then Gary with a 96. That is top-notch finishing, that. Shows that they've both got the confidence.
134.
They know they can beat each other. They played each other 10 times last year. And it was 5 apiece. Sharing the spoils.
42.
And of course, immediately after this game, it's Michael van Gerwen and Adrian Lewis. This crowd have had the money's worth for tonight. No doubt about that. It's one of those nights where you buy a ticket, you look at the lineup and you think, wow.
100.
Terrific value for money. The world's best players turning on the style here in Dublin tonight.
And last on this evening, we have Robert Thornton.
Phil, you require 127.
He plays Raymond van Barneveld. Phil looking for a 127 check out. Just going to stay there. Now, can he hit 51 to leave 36?
91.
Yes, he can.
Yeah, he answered you emphatically there, Wayne. But it's all going
60.
with throw.
Phil, you require 36.
Like this, we're heading for a draw. Double 18. for the power for 3-2. No problem that time. Second time of asking.
Gary to throw.
The finishing on the whole has been excellent. 2 missed shots and a double for the power.
125.
3-2. He leads. Not him, Phil Taylor.
It's a good first start for Phil. Will look to build on that, and does. Can he build on that one?
140.
Oh, majestic.
It's one of those games, Wayne, where you feel just one break of throw could decide it. Do you feel the same way?
140.
Yeah, I do, and I feel that Gary is not even in his rhythm yet, and he's still with Phil. So if Gary can find that extra gear, that he's probably in second gear at the moment, averaging just shy of 97.
59.
If he can find a couple of timely 180s, he looks to be the one that
95.
can definitely find more, find a bit extra.
Now, if he hits another treble 20 here, he's going to give Anderson a bit of pressure. Staying up the board for the lot. He makes it look so easy.
He shouldn't have been at 180. He should have been over there on the 18's bed and hit a 174.
80.
But he's panicked. He's panicked, Gary.
22.
Treble 18. Another one would leave double 7. Double 7 for a 1-2-2 and a break of throw.
108.
Well, he took that out last week against
61.
James Wade. Was unlucky. Gary for a hold of throw. That leaves double 18. Double 18.
43.
Can you believe it?
Phil, you require 14.
This is a golden opportunity for the power. Double 7, not the easiest. Getting closer.
No score.
Weak last start. There was a weak, edgy, nervous last start. Gary steps in, double 9. That is emphatic.
Gary Anderson.
Phil Taylor knows.
7 flag, Phil
As I
to
think
throw first.
You do, Nigel.
Game on.
One break may have turned this match on its head. And I think Phil was having those thoughts. Because the last start of double 7 was thrown so quick.
Say not the easiest.
100.
For a player like Taylor, he makes it look easy. But maybe the context of that leg and the importance of it is weighing on his mind. I don't know. Maybe it was.
140.
3 shots at double 7 missed, and Anderson pounced. And we're all level once again here. Still waiting for a break.
99.
Yeah, if you include the double 7 off the 1-2-2, he actually missed 4, didn't he? So
60.
With the way his darts lay down, he'd be surprised that he missed those. But Gary stepped in after making a bit of a mess of it. Phil wanted 302 in the last leg and hit a 180 when he shouldn't have actually been on the 60 on the last dart. And he's repeated the feat.
He's not listening to you.
So you require 122.
He's not listening. Well, he's gone for the treble 18 and got it. He's done it again. Double 7, this time.
114.
If you're not going to go for it, why leave 8? He could have stayed on the 20s, the first couple of darts, and left whatever double he liked. Oh, Phil, you're not making sense to me, man. I'm all confused. I'm perplexed. 4-3, Phil Taylor.
And you're the ex-player. What chance have I got?
If you're going to set it up, leave your favourite double.
82.
Ah, the beauty of the game. The intrigue. The power of thought and concentration. Well, there's 9,500 fans here in Dublin tonight who are loving every minute of it. I'm sure you are as well.
100.
And it's 4-3 to the power. Still no break of throw, and this is delightful from Gary switching down.
139.
Well, it could well be we are going the distance here.
Well, this is how good Gary Anderson is. I just don't think he's looked settled so far.
100.
He's looked brilliant, he's looked good, but there's just a little edginess about him. He's only averaging 95, he's, well, 96. He's normally a 102, 103 merchant.
Which is where Phil is right now. He's up at 103 after that. Oh, that was a great last start,
140.
Just putting a little bit of pressure on. Left 161. The power.
40.
That is a mess. That is a real mess.
61.
Gary's only left 140. 51 now. Bullseye now!
136. Gary, you require 140.
Well, he's nowhere near the treble 20, Gary. So Taylor's going to be back
25
for the first break of throw at a key time in the match.
25.
If he wins this leg, he will be one away from knowing he cannot be beaten tonight. Leaves double 8 for the power. Big moment.
Aim shot in
A
the
big moment.
flag.
It was a
Taylor.
smallish finish, but it was a big finish. He took that 25 out in 2 darts in the first leg.
Game on.
And he repeated it, replicated it in the 8th. Is that the break of throw that we think was going to turn the tide and be enough?
140.
Well, when Phil starts the next leg with a ton 40, it puts Gary under pressure straight away, doesn't it? Taylor's up at 104 average now, 3 180s, 8 ton 40, so he's outscoring Gary. And 10 points ahead on the 3-dart average as well. So I believe it's going to take something special from Gary to bounce back from this now.
Yeah, if Phil carries on at this particular standard. But, you know, with Gary, at any moment, something special can happen. That was a brilliant, brilliant shot at just the right time. And has he made Phil miss?
45.
Just that nagging little... Right, yeah, that could have worked, that.
He's off again.
140.
What's he doing? 2 of the world's best players, and you're having trouble counting, fellas. Come on. Dear, oh, Lord.
Well, Gary could be on the verge of making the stats look foolish here.
140.
Gary could have been on 24 rather than wasting a dart. Double 18. Double 18.
Shot in the 9th flag.
Needed it. Got it.
Gary Anderson.
Phil broke. Gary breaks back. We're on throw again, Nige. All this drama.
Just as I was saying, it's going to take something special for Gary to bounce back from this. Taylor let him in, his worst visit to the board. And Gary was pounding the trebles brilliantly.
100.
But it was something special. It was a 180, followed by a 140, followed by a 61-game shot. How much more special do you want?
This is better from Phil, isn't it? He's going to switch now.
130.
It's on a knife edge now, this one. Phil holds his throw. He's secure for at least a point
100.
in tonight's Premier League.
Gary's now throwing better.
He looks quicker.
It normally comes when you feel better in yourself, you pick up the pace. But we know Gary is a proper speedster when he's at it.
And so a Michael van Gogh and an Adrian Lewis, and they're up next. Oh dear, Gary.
43.
Oh dear.
Edgy. Just not comfortable. Looks good, looks $1 million, and then goes off the boil again. And when you're playing someone like Phil or any of the guys in the Premier League, you have 3 mediocre darts. That can be the difference between winning and losing a match, let alone a leg.
100.
Well,
So you require 167.
Phil will fancy the possibility of 6 darts from here. The greatest of respect to Gary. Treble 19. Leaves the ball.
142. Gary, you require 158.
60, 38. Can you? 54 ball. Oh, please go in, Gary. That would have been utter madness. What a way to go.
25.
9. Double 8. To ensure he will not be beaten in Dublin tonight. Anderson's waiting. Taylor sees it through. Leads 6-4. He will draw at least tonight. Anderson needs the next 2 legs to secure a point.
11 flag, Phil to
6-4 to the Power.
Game on.
You enjoyed that, Philip, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, what a breaker throw that was. But they've even
60.
caught you by surprise, Wayne, with the way they've been going with the darts tonight.
But the finishing, some of it has been
65.
mind-boggling. But it's been a real good game, this. It's been a real quality contest. And Gary's been nowhere near his best.
$100.
Well, a steady ton for Phil, but Gary's still in it with a big score here. Looking to save the match, but... Well,
60.
He's annoyed now.
Some darts are just not leaving the hand as he wants them to. They're not kicking up, which means the fingers are just working a bit too slowly for Gary's liking. He's not propelling the dart as he'd like.
100.
And a ton will do him at this particular stage, but Gary now looking for a big score just to peg him back.
100.
Only the 1 treble, though. Not quite enough. So 140 here would do nicely for the Power. All right, a 180 would do nicely as well. That'll do.
180.
He still loves it, doesn't he?
He loves winning. He loves winning, he loves playing well.
100.
Now you can take your pick, Phil. 25 to lead 36 or 45, what do you fancy? Now, single 14. Double 16 for 2 points.
29.
Well, Gary's not on a finish, so the Power's going to be back for double 16. All Gary can do now... Oh, does he think the game's gone?
41.
Body language not good. So double 16 for the match for the Power and 2 straight wins in the Premier League.
He's working his way in. He's working his way into the 32. Look at the reaction. Gary Anderson wasn't at his best, but he still made the 16-time world champion and 6-time Premier League champion Phil Taylor work every single inch. Turns out that Phil Taylor was too good for the world champ. He beats Gary Anderson by 7 legs to 4. And coming next, we have Michael van Gerwen, who takes on Adrian Lewis.